हेलो एवरीवन, स्वागत है आपका यूनिवर्सिटी एकेडमी यूट्यूब चैनल में। आज हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे यूनिट 4। सबसे पहले हम सिलेबस देख लेते हैं यूनिट 4 का, कौन कौन से टॉपिक्स हैं जो हम यूनिट 4 में कवर करेंगे। फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स फ्रिक्वेंसी, transform impedances network function of one port and two port network. Next we will see the concept of poles and zeros. Next, properties of driving point and transfer functions, two port network characteristics of LTI two port network, and we will see various parameters like Z parameter, Y parameter, ABCD parameter, which is also known as transmission parameter. Next we will see A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash parameter and G and H parameter. Okay, the next we will see reciprocity and symmetricity, and then we will see the interrelationship between the various parameters, and also we will see the interconnections of the two port network, ladder and lattice network. We will also see T and pi representation, terminated two port network and image impedances. So let us start with the first topic, which is concept of complex frequency. So complex frequency is a type of frequency that depend on two parameter. So first parameter is sigma and other parameter is omega. So sigma जो है वो control करेगा magnitude of the signal को, and omega will control the rotation of the signal. So this is known as complex frequency. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि अगर कोई भी एक complex exponential signal है, that is x of t, it will be equal to x of m into e to the power s into t. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो x of m है, it will be the magnitude of this x of t, and s is a complex variable which is given by sigma plus j omega. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो sigma है वो real part है, तो वो क्या है magnitude of the signal को control करेगा. So sigma is real part and j omega is the imaginary part. So this is known as s plane, जहाँ पे s जो है वो क्या है complex variable है, which is a combination of two parameter, that is sigma and omega, and x of omega is the magnitude of this x of t signal. Now next is what is network function. So in the frequency domain, that is in the S domain, if we talk about the network function, they are defined as the quotient obtained by dividing the phasor corresponding to the circuit output by the phasor corresponding to the circuit input. It means when we divide the circuit output phasor, so network function, it will be equal to network function, it will be equal to circuit output phasor, circuit output phasor when it is divided by circuit input phasor, then we will be getting the quotient, which will be nothing but our network function. In simple words, network function are the ratio of the output phasor to the input phasor when the phasors exist in the frequency domain. So we have to write the phasor in the frequency domain. Okay. So let us see the general form of the network function. So it is represented by h of s, which is equal to bm s power m plus b of m minus 1 s power m minus 1. It means जो s की power है, it will be decreasing, plus so on b1 s plus b naught divided by a n s power n plus a n minus 1 s power n minus 1, so on a1 s plus a naught. So bm minus 1, b1 and b naught, they are coefficients. Okay, constant coefficients. There are three main necessary conditions for the stability of these network function, and they are written as, it means for the stability we have to follow these three conditions. First condition है, the degree of the numerator of h of s should not exceed the degree of the denominator by more than 1. It means अगर suppose इसकी degree, numerator की जो degree है वो s power 2 है, then the denominator degree it should be s power 3. It means दोनों का जो difference है that should not be more than unity, and जो denominator की जो degree है it should always be greater than the degree of the numerator polynomial. Okay, in other words, n minus m should be less than or equal to 1. Okay, next condition is h of s should not have the multiple poles on the j omega axis or the y axis of the pole 0 plot. It means जब आप इसको सॉल्व करेंगे तो न्यूमरेटर पॉलिनोमियल को सॉल्व करने के बाद यू विल बी गेटिंग द जीरोज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन. ओके, जब हम डिनोमिनेटर पॉलिनोमियल को आप जब सॉल्व करेंगे यू विल बी गेटिंग द पोल्स लोकेशन. ओके, सो न्यूमरेटर से यू विल बी गेटिंग द जीरोज and after solving the denominator polynomial you will be getting the poles location. So we will plot these zeros and poles on s plane. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो poles हैं they should not lie on the j omega axis, because अगर j omega axis पे poles locate हैं then that system will not be stable. It will come under the category of marginally stable. ओके, सो अगर पोल्स जे ओमेगा एक्सिस पे लाई करते हैं देन वी कॉल दैट सिस्टम एज marginally stable. It will not be absolutely stable. Okay, so for the absolute stability of the system poles should lie on the left half of the s plane. It means left side में poles होने चाहिए. Okay, अगर right में भी poles आ रहे हैं then the system will become unstable. So next point is that only h of s should not have the poles on the right half of the s plane, because अगर s plane के right side में poles located होंगे then that system will be unstable. So for the stability the poles should lie in the left half of the s plane. Okay, next is let us see the transfer function. A transfer function, it represents the relationship between the output signal of the system and the input signal for all the possible input values. It means जो transfer function है it establish the relationship between the input and output. So input and output जो है they are related by the transfer function. Okay, next is the transfer function of a control system is defined as the ratio of the Laplace transform of the output variable to the Laplace transform of the input variable assuming all the initial conditions are zero. Initial condition zero होने का मतलब क्या है कि अगर सर्किट के अंदर कोई भी energy storage elements present है. Okay, so if the circuit is consisting of energy storage element like inductor and capacitor then that element should be initially uncharged. It means inductor and capacitor they should be initially uncharged होने चाहिए, तभी we can say that initial conditions are zero. So the transfer function it can be written as the Laplace transform of the output variable to the Laplace transform of the input variable assuming all the initial conditions they should be zero. So all the initial conditions it should be equal to ज़ीरो. सो यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो ट्रांसफर फंक्शन है उसको अगर हम पॉलिनोमियल फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट करें देन इट विल बी कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ द न्यूमरेटर पॉलिनोमियल एंड डिनोमिनेटर पॉलिनोमियल. सो आफ्टर सॉल्विंग द न्यूमरेटर पॉलिनोमियल वी विल बी गेटिंग द ज़ीरोज़. Okay, and after solving the denominator polynomial we will be getting the poles location. सो कंट्रोल सिस्टम में जो इनपुट है इट इज़ रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय आर ऑफ एस एंड आउटपुट इट इज़ रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय सी ऑफ एस. इट मीन्स द ट्रांसफर फंक्शन जी ऑफ एस it will be equal to that is Laplace transform of output is C of S and the Laplace transform of input is R of S. So it is a ratio of C of S and R of S. Next let us see the transfer impedance function. So what is transfer impedance function? It is defined as the ratio of the Laplace transform of the voltage at one port and the current at another port. It means यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो transfer word है इसका मतलब क्या है कि you have to consider the quantities that is voltage and current जो है वो दोनों different port के होंगे. जैसे सपोज यहाँ पे Z12 है देन इट इज़ गिवन बाय द रेशियो ऑफ वोल्टेज विच इज़ ऑफ फर्स्ट पोर्ट एंड द करंट इज़ ऑफ सेकेंड पोर्ट. तो यहाँ पे क्या है दोनों पोर्ट इन्वॉल्व हैं. So that is why it is known as the transfer impedance function. Similarly, if you have to write Z21 then it is given by V2S by V1S जहाँ पे क्या है कि जो voltage है वो second port की है which is generally output port. Okay, and जो current है it is of input port. So जब भी हम दो different port involve करेंगे then we will get the transfer function. Okay, next let us see the transfer admittance function. So admittance is y and impedance is z. So impedance and admittance के बीच में relation है that impedance it is a reciprocal of admittance. Okay, ये basic relationship है and z is given by v by I. Then what will be admittance? Admittance will be equal to I by V. So it is defined as the ratio of the Laplace transform of the current at one port and the voltage at another port. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि अगर हमें y12 लिखना है then it will be equal to I1s, that is current of the first port and the voltage of the second port. Similarly, y21 it will be equal to ratio of I2, that is current of output port by the voltage of input port. Okay, and admittance की जो unit है it is mho or Siemens. Okay, so mho and Siemens is the unit of admittance and impedance की जो unit है it is ohm. Now next let us see the driving point functions. So अगर आपको इन टॉपिक्स के हैंड रिटन नोट्स चाहिए so link is given in the description box, you can download from there. Okay, so let us see what is driving point admittance function. So driving point का मतलब क्या है कि जो रेशियो है वो सेम पोर्ट की क्वांटिटीज़ का ही होगा. जैसे let us see that it is defined as a ratio of the Laplace transform of current and the voltage at port 1 1 dash. 1 1 dash means input port की quantities का ही आप ratio consider करेंगे और we can consider the ratio of the output port also, that is 2 2 dash. Then it is defined as a driving point admittance function. Thus there are true ड्राइविंग पॉइंट एडमिटेंस फंक्शन. इट मीन्स दो ही पॉसिबिलिटी है, एक इनपुट पोर्ट के लिए और एक आउटपुट पोर्ट के लिए. सो एट द पोर्ट 1 1 डैश विच इज इनपुट पोर्ट it will denote as y11 of s. So y11 it means current of first port divided by the voltage of first port. तो दोनों जो quantities हैं वो first port की है, that is why it is known as driving point. And admittance means it is a ratio of current to voltage. Then you will be getting the value of y11 of s. Again the unit is mho or Siemens. Similarly at port 2 2 dash which is output port, we will get the value of y22 of s, which is the ratio of current of output port to the voltage of second port, that is output port. Again unit जो है admittance की वो mho होगी. Now let us see the driving point impedance function. So impedance है then it will be the ratio of voltage and current, and अगर driving point है it means it will be the ratio of V1 and I1, or it will be the ratio of V2 by I2. So let us see the definition. The ratio of the Laplace transform of the voltage and the current at port 1 1 dash or 2 2 dash, it is defined as a driving port impedance function. Thus there are two driving point impedance function. तो दो ही हैं, या तो Z11 होगा या Z22 होगा. तो जो Z11 है वो क्या है, पोर्ट 1 1 डैश के लिए डिफाइन है. इट विल बी इक्वल टू V1s बाय I1s, unit is ohm, and Z22 it is for the output port which is 2 2 dash. So this is for output port, and 1 1 dash is for the input port. So Z22 it is given by the ratio of V2s by I2s. Okay, now let us see the definition of port, and let us also see what is two port network. So a pair of the terminals through which the current may enter or leave a network is known as port. It means one port consists of two terminals. तो अगर दो terminals हैं it means एक terminal से current enter होगा and from the other terminal the current will leave. So this is known as a port which consists of two, that is pair of terminal. It means it will have the two terminals through which the current will enter and from the other terminal the current will leave. Examples of two terminal devices are, so two terminal devices के example हैं are that is resistor, inductor and capacitor. It will result in one port network. It means suppose हमारे पास एक one port network है, then it will be having the two terminals. So this is one terminal and this is another terminal. So this is one port network. So इस टर्मिनल से करंट क्या है, एंटर होगा, एंड फ्रॉम दिस टर्मिनल द करंट विल लीव. सेम करंट है, जो एंटर होगा उतना ही करंट क्या है पोर्ट को लीव करेगा. सो एग्जाम्पल्स आर रेसिस्टर, इंडक्टर एंड कैपेसिटर. सो दिस इज सिंबल ऑफ द रेसिस्टर. So these are the examples of one port network. This is inductor, this is R, this is L, okay, and this is capacitor. So one port network के अंदर सिर्फ दो ही terminals हैं. So we can keep this inside a network. Okay, so it will look like this. So this is one port network. The current entering one terminal of the port leave from the other so that the net current entering a port is ज़ीरो. इट मीन्स यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो टू पोर्ट नेटवर्क है उसमें क्या है, दो पोर्ट होंगे. सो अगर दो पोर्ट हैं इट मीन्स इट विल बी हैविंग द फोर टर्मिनल्स. ओके, सो दिस इज इनपुट पोर्ट, दैट इज V1, दिस इज पोर्ट 1. ओके, सो इसको हम बोलते हैं इनपुट पोर्ट. दिस इज पोर्ट 2 विच इज जनरली नोन एज आउटपुट पोर्ट. सो वोल्टेज इज V1 and current entering into this port is I1. So current I1 इस terminal से enter कर रहा है, then how much current will be leaving from this terminal? Same current है, so that the net current entering a port is 0. Similarly this is port 2. So port 2 की जो voltage है वो V2 है, current entering is I2, then the current leaving from this terminal it will be equal to I2. So जो net current है it will be equal to 0. So a two port network has two separate port, that is input port and output port. So we apply the input at one port and get the output from the other port. It means जिस पोर्ट पे हम इनपुट कनेक्ट करेंगे दैट पोर्ट विल बी नोन एज इनपुट पोर्ट, एंड जहाँ से हम आउटपुट लेंगे दैट पोर्ट विल बी नोन एज आउटपुट पोर्ट. सो यहाँ पे क्या है, इनपुट पोर्ट ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है, डिपेंड करता है कि इनपुट हमने कहाँ पे कनेक्ट किया. दैट इज सोर्स हम जहाँ पे कनेक्ट करेंगे दैट पोर्ट विल बी नोन एज इनपुट पोर्ट. ओके, next point is current entering both the port is a standard notation in a two port network. It means in case of two port network standard notation is that कि दोनों पोर्ट पे हम क्या है incoming current consider करेंगे. So suppose this is a two port network. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या है कि अगर two port network है then it will be having the four terminals and two port. So this is two port network. So this is port 1 and this is port 2. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो voltage है that is plus and minus V1. So हम जो current consider करेंगे at both the port it will be incoming current. So this is a standard notation. Okay, so this will be I1 current and the voltage at this port is V2 and this is I2 current. So जो आपको करंट कंसीडर करना है वो इनकमिंग करंट. अगर आप आउटगोइंग करंट मार्क कर देंगे देन इट विल बी रॉन्ग बिकॉज दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड नोटेशन दैट यू हैव टू कंसीडर द incoming current only. Okay, next point is in a two port network we have four variable कौन कौन से हैं, that is V1 and I1, that is for the input port, and V2 and I2 for the output port, and two out of these variable will be dependent and the rest of the two will be the independent variable. It means यहाँ पे क्या है कि हमारे पास चार वेरिएबल है V1 I1 V2 I2. सो इसमें से आप किसी भी दो वेरिएबल को डिपेंडेंट कंसीडर कर सकते हैं, दो वेरिएबल्स को आप इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल कंसीडर करेंगे. तो इन चारों के कॉम्बिनेशन से ही वेरियस पैरामीटर्स हमारे फॉर्म हो जाते हैं, लाइक Z पैरामीटर, Y parameter, ABCD parameter which is also known as T parameter. Next we have T dash parameter, H parameter and G parameter. So ये सारे जो पैरामीटर्स फॉर्म होते हैं ये जो फोर वेरिएबल्स हैं उन्हीं के कॉम्बिनेशन से ही फॉर्म होते हैं, जिसमें से दो जो है वो डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होंगे एंड दो जो वेरिएबल्स हैं वो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स होंगे. Next point is the network inside the port is considered as black box. It means ये जो two port network है it is known as black box which generally consist of. So इस black box के अंदर linear, bidirectional and passive elements होंगे. So linear and bidirectional means it will consist a combination of R, L and C. कोई भी non linear elements नहीं हो सकता like diode and transistor, MOSFET, IGBT. ये सारे elements two port network के अंदर नहीं होंगे. Only linear, bidirectional and passive element. It means this two port network will be consisting of only RLC components. Okay, and this black box, it can also consist of energy storage element. So energy storage elements are inductor and capacitor, but they should be initially uncharged. Okay, so पहले जो भी energy storage element present होंगे, they should be initially uncharged. Okay, so it means current जो होगा initially, so that is I of 0 negative, it will be equal to I of 0 positive, it will be equal to 0 ampere because inductor जो है वो initially uncharged है. Similarly the voltage across the capacitor, it will be equal to 0 volt because capacitor is also initially uncharged. Next point is the network inside the port may also consist of dependent sources but never contain independent sources in it. So इस two port network के अंदर dependent sources तो present हो सकते हैं but it will never contain independent sources. Okay, now let us see the different types of parameter which are present in a two port network. So as I have told you that two port network में क्या है, four variables होते हैं. Okay, four variables are V1 and I1 for the input port and V2 and I2, they are variables for the output port. So the first parameter है that is Z parameter, which is also known as Z is impedance parameter and it is also known as open circuit parameter. So in this Z parameter we will define V1 and V2 in terms of I1 and I2. It means V1 and V2 they will be the dependent variables. सो हम दो वेरिएबल्स को डिपेंडेंट कंसीडर करेंगे एंड दो वेरिएबल्स को इंडिपेंडेंट. सो जेड पैरामीटर के केस में I1 एंड I2 इट विल बी इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स. So I1 and I2 are independent variable and V1 and V2 it will be dependent variables. Okay, so इनके कॉम्बिनेशन से we will be getting the Z parameter. Similarly, next parameter is Y parameter, which is also known as admittance parameter or the short circuit parameter. So in case of Y parameter, we will define I1 and I2 in terms of V1 and V2. जस्ट Z पैरामीटर का उल्टा है. ओके, सो यहाँ पे हमने V1 V2 को डिफाइन किया था इन टर्म्स ऑफ I1 I2. यहाँ पे हम I1 I2 को डिफाइन करेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ V1 V2. सो यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो V1 एंड V2 हैं दे विल बी इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स एंड this I1 and I2 it will be dependent variables and V1 and V2 they are independent variables. Okay, next we have H parameter, which is hybrid parameter. Hybrid means mixing. It means input port and output port के variables को हम mix करेंगे. So in case of H parameter we will define V1 and I2 in terms of I1 and V2. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो V1 and I2 है वो dependent variable होगा and I1 and V2 it will be independent variable. So this is known as H parameter. Next parameter is G parameter, which is also known as inverse hybrid parameter, means it will be just opposite of H parameter. So in case of G parameter we will define I1 and V2 in terms of V1 and I2. Okay, so this is for the G parameter. So I1 and V2 it will become independent and V1 and I2 it will become, so this will be independent and I1 and V2 it will be dependent variables. Next parameter is T parameter. So T parameter is also known as transmission parameter or ABCD parameter. So generally power system में हम T parameters को use करते हैं. Okay, so in case of T parameter we will define V1 and I1 in terms of, so we define V1 and I1 in terms of V2 and minus of I2. So यहाँ पे क्या है कि जो V1 and I1 है it will be dependent variable and V2 and minus of I2 it will be independent variables. नेक्स्ट पैरामीटर है टी डैश पैरामीटर, उसको हम बोलते हैं इन्वर्स ट्रांसमिशन पैरामीटर और ए डैश बी डैश सी डैश डी डैश पैरामीटर. सो जस्ट अपोजिट है टी पैरामीटर का. सो इन केस ऑफ टी डैश पैरामीटर वी विल डिफाइन V2 and I2. So we will define V2 and I2 in terms of V1 and minus of I1. So this is for the T dash parameter. डिटेल में हम सारे पैरामीटर्स देखेंगे. ओके, सो इन सारे पैरामीटर्स को हम डिटेल में कवर करेंगे एंड हाउ वी विल सी हाउ दी आर रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे जेड पैरामीटर एंड वाई पैरामीटर. ओके, सो वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर करें. सो थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.